Hello, everyone. Welcome to Style to Impact Live. If you are joining me here live, let me know in the chat. If you are coming back to watch the replay, thank you very much for taking the time to revisit this live. It certainly means a lot every time, I do these live, and I know that you are either here supporting me in the chat or you're coming back to watch the replay. Thank you very much. And so before I start any of these conversations, I like to start with a wellness check-in. I think it's important that we take a moment and pause and check in with ourselves to see how we're feeling, how we're doing, and maybe identify some tools that we need to deal with some of the challenges or whatever you're going through and whatever you're experiencing right now. And so I want to ask you, like, how are you doing, right? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Let me know in the chat. I definitely want to be able to support you in whatever way I can. If you're new to this space, I'm Solita Roberts, founder of Style to Impact. And I truly, truly believe that representation is not just you being in the room, but it's also how you show up in the room. And it's this belief that really drives the work that I do. It's as an image stylist, is to really help women like you create an individualized style, a style that's personal to you, because you are ready to you know go out into the world. You're ready to change the world. You're ready to lead successful businesses, and you're finally ready to feel confident and fierce on the outside as you do on the inside. And so having a personal style that's authentic to you, having a style that feels comfortable for you, means that your style will then become such a powerful tool for communication, such a powerful tool of uplifting you and making you feel as confident as you would like to feel. And so today I want to talk about the importance of setting style goals, right? And what it means, first of all, what are style goals and what it means to really achieving the look that you need, and some questions that you should be asking yourself as you go about setting your style goals, so that you're creating not only the wardrobe that's authentic to you, but you're creating the look. You are defining and redefining what it means to be you, and showing up into those spaces knowing that you are sending the message that you would like to send. You're communicating your values, your worth, and being able to command the rooms that you're going into, so that you can, close more deals, so that you can get that promotion at work, so that you can land more speaking engagements. Like, whatever your personal and professional desires are, your personal style can definitely get you there. But go in order to be able to achieve the style that you want, the desired style that you want, you have to know, like, what are your goals? Like, what are your style goals? And so, like, what are style goals? Like, what are style goals? I know, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, before I started my style journey and started my business, and really working with women to redefine their style and to create a style that's authentic to them, like, I didn't know anything about style goals. Like, I've never heard anyone talking about setting goals for your style, right? And so when, doing the research and doing the work and realizing how important it is to set those style goals, right? It's as equally as important as setting goals for your career goals, or setting business goals, or setting goals that you want to achieve in life. It is as equally important as that, because once you have a clear understanding as to what you want, what you the style you desire, and the goals that you have for your style, your wardrobe, and your image, then it makes it easier for you to create the style that you want. It makes it easier for you to, feel confident in the clothes that you wear. It makes it easier for you to project the message, and send the right message that you, well, not necessarily not the right message, but send the message that you want, right? Because there's no right and wrong. People will judge on what you think is right. Someone else may think is wrong, right? But what's important is for you to be in control of your narrative, be in control of the message that you want to send. And style is definitely a great way to do that. So, what are style goals? Style goals, in its most simplest definition, is setting specific goals for how you want to achieve your personal style, right? And that can be something as simple as wanting to wear more colors, or something as complex as having to do a complete overhaul of your wardrobe and create a new image for yourself because you've gone through so many changes in life and you're no longer the person that you were yesterday. And so that's, in its simplest form, what are style goals, right? And when you're thinking about, for me, style goals, it, like any other goal that you're setting, you cannot just say, and I see this a lot, it's like when clients will complete my sign up to have a consultation with me, and one of the questions I ask is like, what is your desired style? What do you desire? What does this look like? Or what are some challenges that you have with your style? And it's like, what do you want? It's like, oh, I just want to improve my personal style. But personal style is big. It encompasses so many different things, right? So setting your style goals will help you identify specifically what is it you need to improve, what is it you need to change, so that you can save time, you can save money, and you can show up in the way that is most comfortable and confident, and project that level of confidence that you need. And so think about what are your goals this year, right? What are your big audacious goals that you have for your personal and professional life this year? What are those goals? And then we're going to start looking at, once you have those goals in the back of your mind, we're going to start looking at, and when you start looking at, how do you want to show up in being able to achieve that, right? Because this year, I truly believe this year, and I have a post that I'm going to put up sometime, either this week or sometime on my LinkedIn, is where I'm going to talk about like the Pantone color of the year, which is Viva Magenta. And what I like about what Pantone said about this particular color is that it's bold, and it's creating opportunities for us to be more creative and more expressive with ourselves, because that's what we need right now, right? And so when you're thinking about your goals and thinking about the things that you want to achieve for yourself, not only in your career and in your business, but also with your personal style, being bold, this is the year to be bold. This is the year to be unapologetic. This is the year to confidently show up as your authentic self, right? For so long, most of you may have been shrinking to hide or shrinking to fit or moving in the world, feeling misaligned, right? You know that there's something about who you are and how you're showing up in the different spaces that you're in and what you want to achieve is not necessarily aligned with what's happening in your wardrobe. And so it can feel like, how do I do this? That's always the question I get. It's like, Salita, how do I align who I am and how I want to show up and the goals that I have for myself with my wardrobe? So it kind of reminds me of this. I was doing a presentation on, how to style yourself for the stage, like as a thought leader, as a speaker who are going on, you attracting more speaking opportunities. And so you want to go on stage, you have a bold message, but you also want to go on stage where you are presenting yourself in this bold way. And we're talking about what it means to have that style that's authentic to you and in line with the bold message that you have. And there was this, this individual who was on the call and grew up in that corporate space where you were told, where she was told, like, the navy blues and the grays and the blacks, that's professional, that's the look. And so she was sharing some photos of, a recent photo shoot that she did, and she was wearing a navy blue, but there were hints of what I deem to be her true and authentic self. That side of her that's like, I want to come out, but, you know, if I try to be too bold, maybe, someone will say I'm too much, or maybe someone wouldn't, listen to my message because here's it, I'm stepping out the box. And so we had this conversation of really releasing and breaking away from this idea that we were told as women as to what professional looks like and how to show up in these different spaces, how to shrink, how to not be too bold, not take up too much space. And so I want you to redefine that. If you're that person that I want to be, I want to show up as myself. My style goals are big. My style goals are, I want to be bold. I want to be confident. I want to be unapologetic. But I'm working in a corporate space, or I came from a corporate space where I'm not sure how to do that, right? I'm still stuck in that, like, one foot in of what I was told what professional looks like. And then there's the other side of me, which is the me that wants to be bold in my business and my career. Is, it's where I'm struggling, right, to tap into more of you. And so this is what we're going to be talking about today: how to really define and set your style goals so you are stepping into more of who you are, right? So you're showing up as more as who you are. And there's no perfect time than now. Like, there's absolutely no perfect time than right now, not only to set clear goals as to what you want to achieve in your personal and professional life, in your career, in your business, but also how you want to show up. And knowing that when you're showing up, you're putting your best self forward, your best self forward, not a version of what you think you should be, but the full version of who you are, celebrating everything about you, from your hair, from the colors that you choose to wear, to, to the shoes that you choose to wear, but just knowing that whatever you decide to wear, and I always say this from that space, right? Personal style is authentic to you. It's coming from inside of you. And that's whatever you desire for yourself, whatever you feel and how you want to show up. That's how you express it on the outside, right? So no one should tell you wear this specific thing, right? Because we've done that all of our lives. We've done that for our entire life. At least I've done it, where, as a kid, you weren't given the option to choose what you wanted to wear. You were told what to wear. If you went to high school that had a uniform, like me, you were given a uniform, the color, the fit, the style, exactly how you should wear it, what you should wear it with, and what you should not wear it with. Then you go into corporate and you're being told, okay, this is the dress code, this is what you should wear, but you've never given yourself a chance, right? Going through your life, never had the chance to really define what your style is. And so now is the time for you to set clear goals for yourself and your style and how you want to show up. And understand that whatever you create, whatever style you decide that you want, you are in control of your narrative. You are in control of it. So whatever you decide your message is going to be, whatever you decide that you want to signal and say with how you are showing up, put yourself in control of that, right? So style, your personal style, is about putting yourself in control of your narrative and understanding that your career goals, your business goals, that your image and your style has a very important component to you being able to achieve your goals and get you closer to the goals that you want, whatever those are. If you're here live, let me know, like, what are your big, audacious personal and professional goals for yourself this year, right? Let me know in the chat. I'm just going to pop over there to see what we have. Hey, Solita, thank you for joining. Like, yes, Let me know if you're here. Let me know, what are your big audacious goals this year? What do you want to achieve? Because style is that tool that's going to get you there. Style is that tool that's going to support the goals that you have. Because if you're not feeling confident on the outside, let's think about this for a moment. You have a pitch where you're pitching to a company to land a corporate contract. It's a huge contract that you're trying to pitch for. You have your pitch deck, you have all your materials and everything that you're going to crush it in terms of the presentation that you're going to make. But on the outside, you don't feel, and your presentation of yourself is not incongruent or aligned with your expertise and everything that you're bringing to the table. And so you walk into that room, and some of your confidence, instead of your confidence being on 100, you're like, oof, I don't think I'm feeling, I wish I had maybe that pop of color in my closet, or I wish I had a different outfit to wear, or you know what, I'm just going to wear this. And I know that my slide deck, my presentation, I know my business inside out. I know what I'm pitching. I'm strong in this. But you're lacking that one thing, which is having your style be that powerful tool of communication for you. Because like it or not, or think back to one time where you're walking down the road and a stranger said to you, like a complete stranger, does not know you from Adam, said to you, oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful outfit. Or, oh my gosh, you look amazing. You look gorgeous. I love your hair. I love your shoes. That's because your style, what you wore, was communicating something about you. And so that person took the time to acknowledge that they see you and they want to say, good job, keep doing you. So your style is a powerful tool that you can attract the opportunities, you can bring the people that you want to bring into your life to be able to get that promotion, to be able to get that contract, whatever you're looking for. And so you want to make your style goals, when you're thinking about setting your style goals, just like any other goals that you're setting, you want to make sure that your style goals are specific, like make them specific as possible. They're attainable. You have a timeline as to when you want to achieve it. And this is where I say, have fun, right? It's not one and done. It's not, oh, I have to get it right now, or if I don't get it right now, it's, win all or lose all. It's like, no, have fun with creating your style. Know that you can reinvent your style as many times as you like until you find a style that's comfortable for you, until you find a style that feels empowering and impactful for you, until you find a style that makes it easy for you to get dressed in the morning without even thinking, right? You're just walking in your closet and you have all the right pieces and you're just popping, your blazer, your shoes, your accessories, and you're pulling all these things and you're putting together an outfit and you're wearing clothes that really speaks to who you are. And so as you think about having fun with your style, and we're thinking about setting those style goals, there are 3 questions that I think it's important that you ask yourself before you venture into setting your goals, right? Because you have to do that internal work, have that internal reflection, that moment to yourself to understand who you are, where you are, how you want to show up before you can get to setting those goals, right? Most of the time, when, as I said, a woman contacts me and she's like, okay, I need to work on my personal style. It's, not having a clear goal in mind as to which aspect of her personal style she wants to work on, and having a clear understanding as to why. Like, why do you want to work on it? Looking good is part of the equation. But if that's the only thing, it's not sustainable, right? Because when you're going through different challenges, you're going through different changes and experience in life, looking good sometimes becomes the last thing on your mind. But if you connect it to a deeper meaning, a deeper understanding as to the impact of your style on your success, on your confidence, then it makes it easier for you to continue on your journey. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, who am I right now? Who am I in this phase of my life? Because who you were yesterday, who you were a year ago, who you were 2 years ago, may not be the person that you are today. Right? A year ago, you might have been someone who, lacked confidence, did not speak up in meetings, did not ask for, their worth, may not been someone who put themselves out there and become more visible in your brand and in your career and in your business. You might not have been that person. But today, through all the experiences that you would have gone through, today, this phase in your life, you're like, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to be unapologetic. I'm going to be a badass. I'm going to be me. And so take pen and paper, like take a moment for yourself, grab pen and paper, light a candle if you have to, moment of self-reflection. Be vulnerable, be open, be unfiltered. Don't filter yourself, because we tend to do that. We tend to downplay our desires and then downplay who we are. Don't filter yourself and really answer that question. Who am I in this phase of my life? And then the second question, how do I want to show up? Once you have an understanding as to who you are in this phase of your life, write clearly, how do you want to show up in this phase of your life? What does this mean to you? What does showing up mean to you? Showing up again can mean, I'm going to make a bold step and switch careers because this environment, this company, the surrounding that I'm in is not empowering me. I'm not advancing. I'm not getting to the level that I want to go to. Showing up can mean, I am going to pitch myself for more speaking opportunities. I want to be on stages. I want to be in front of an audience. I want to share my message. Showing up can be, I want to show up for myself, in that I was always that person who faded into the background, who didn't have the confidence to step forward, who didn't feel like I was worthy. Like, truly define how you want to show up and what does that mean for you. And then the third question, what do you want your message to be? What message do you want to send out into the world? Because as women, as women of color, we know we're often judged on what we're wearing. It's always a point of conversation, right? We know that there is going to be someone somewhere who's going to make statements like, you people like bold colors, or you shouldn't wear that. But when you have a clear understanding as to what your message is, when you take control of what your narrative is, you get to define and control that. And people will say, for better or worse, people will judge you and they will say whatever they want. But when you have a clear understanding as to who you are, how you want to show up, what you want your message to be, how you want to communicate your values, your worth, your expertise, there is nothing anyone can say to you that's going to make you feel less than. That's going to make you feel like you need to shrink, because you're not second guessing who you are. You're not second guessing how you want to show up. You're not second guessing anything about yourself. You're confidently showing up and commanding every single room that you're going into. You are taking control. You're speaking up when someone says, maybe you shouldn't wear that. You'll say, oh no, but I feel great in it. I feel confident in it. This is me, right? Because you're creating and defining your narrative for yourself. Like, so many of us have been in boxes that makes us feel trapped, makes us feel like we can't be ourselves. And so by answering these 3 questions, again, who are you right now? Who are you in this phase of your life? How do you want to show up? What does that mean to you? And what message do you want to send? Once you have that and you've written it down, we're going to set those style goals by acting, putting action behind who you are, how you want to show up, and the goals that you have for yourself in your business and your career. So act. I created, just make it fun and memorable so you remember. How do I act? How do I put action behind the goals that I have and set the style goals that I need? So A means articulate and define clearly what you want your desired style to be. There are so many women that I've worked with. There's so many women out there who, you ask, what do you want your personal style to look like? But they cannot clearly articulate what that looks like, what that feels like to them. So I want you, ask yourself this question: what is my desired style? So if someone asks you, I'm asking you actually, what is your desired style? You can articulate it clearly by saying something like this: my desired style is to be bold, confident, and unapologetic. Right? So having that clear definition as to what your desired style is helps you to know exactly what to buy, what brands to shop, what you need to take out from your closet because it does not align with you being bold, confident, and unapologetic. Which means that you're not wasting time and energy wearing clothes and projecting an image that does not align with who you are. So act by articulating clearly what your desired style is. And then create your vision. This is where I say have fun with it. Don't put any filters. Again, we tend to, the boxes that we put society put us in, and we've been doing it for so long, it's difficult to break away. Right? And so one of the things that I do for my clients is to create a vision. Once you've clearly articulated what your desired style is, then is to create that vision. What does it look like? What are the power pieces that you want to add to your closet that's going to help you have this look? And so find inspiration from, you can find inspiration, look for inspiration on maybe your favorite TV shows. Like, I know part of my personal style came from Olivia Pope, right? We all know Scandal came from that. And I remember there was this brand called The Limited, and they had a limited edition Olivia Pope collection. And let me tell you, I bought as many pieces that I could have afforded because when I looked at her style, that was my vision for myself. That was part of how I envisioned my personal style. I did not look at it like, oh, I'm not at this level in my career as yet, or I'm not confident enough to do this. Like, I did not put any filters. So look at your favorite TV shows. What are like, who are the characters in those shows that you really gravitate to their style? What are some things that you like about that style? Don't, when you look at style inspiration, remove the filter, right? Remove the filter. It's not, oh, I can't wear that because I am, and all the different things that you put in it don't have the right body size, don't look like her, don't, have the whatever you put behind that. Remove all those filters, right? And then when you have that image, just look at it from the lens of like, why do I like it? What about this particular style, inspiration, style icon that I like? This outfit that they're wearing, what do I like about it? And define it to the simplest thing. It could be the earrings, it can be the brooch, it can be the colors, it can be the way that she styled that particular outfit. Get very detailed and very specific as to what you like about that look when you're creating your vision. Another great place for creating your style vision is Pinterest. If you don't have a Pinterest account, it's free. Just go on Pinterest.com, create an account, and start pinning looks that align. And this is important. Don't just go on and be pinning things and like, ooh, no. Looks that aligned with how you defined your style, the desired style that you're looking for. Pin them, create a mood board. Again, don't filter. Don't say, I may not be able to wear this, but then my workplace had a corporate dress code and everyone wears navy blue, but here's that I really love this olive green suit. I don't think I can wear it. Like, no, pin it. Pin it, because part of setting style goals and creating a vision for your style is to step out of the box that you were put into and step into who you are and how you want to show. Which brings me to T, which is invest time and money. Know that creating your style and having the desired style that you want to project the image that you want and have the message and send the message that you want will require investing time and investing money. There's no way around that. There's absolutely no way around that. So when we're thinking about the time that you have to invest, that means, when I say invest in time, that means have a morning routine where you are taking a moment for yourself, with yourself, going into your closet and being intentional about what you are wearing. So instead of getting up 5 minutes before your meeting, instead of waiting until the last minute for that speaking engagement that you have coming up tomorrow, waiting 2 days before to decide what to wear, spend some time getting dressed. One of the things I hear a lot is like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to get dressed. Like, I don't have the time to do it, because we think of getting dressed as this big thing. But if you don't make the time, how do you expect to show up feeling confident, feeling aligned, looking aligned, controlling the narrative as to what you want your message to be? You have to make the time. So I challenge you to invest the time by simply creating a morning schedule where you allot a couple more minutes to yourself to get dressed. Spend the time to decide and create a budget for your style. Spend some time and create a budget for your style based on your desired style, based on the vision that you have, based on understanding what are those pieces that you need to add to your closet to give you that desired look, the brands that you're going to shop, the colors that you want to wear. Create a budget for it. If you don't create a budget for it, you'll never have the time, you'll never have the money, and you'll never be able to show up the way that you want to. Right? Take time to invest in quality pieces. I promise you, you will spend less when you invest in quality pieces. This shirt that I'm wearing, it's a Ralph Lauren. I want to say it's the Lauren brand, but I know for sure it's Ralph Lauren. I bought this shirt about 10 years ago when I was on vacation in Miami. 10 years ago. It's still here. I'm still wearing it. It still fits. I still feel great in it. I still find new ways of styling it. So take the time to invest in quality pieces and make getting dressed a priority. You have to get dressed every day. You have to, right? There is no going around it. Unless, of course, you live in a nudist country and that's just what it is. But for most of us living in this world, we have to get dressed every single day. You have to get dressed every single day. You are being judged. You are being evaluated. You are being just being persons are looking at you for positions that you may not be aware of as yet. So by prioritizing getting dressed, you get to control the narrative as to who you are. You get to tell people who you are. You get to show up and command the room, being a healthy, happy, confident version of yourself. Right. So to recap, how do you go about setting style goals so that you can build the wardrobe that you love, so that you can control the narrative, so that you can show up in every room feeling confident, so that you can get the personal and professional goals in your business and your career, to be able to achieve those, to be able to step into this new level of success that you're looking for yourself? You have to get clear on who you are in this phase of your life. You have to understand how you want to show up, define what that means for you. You have to get clear on your message. What does that look like for you? What do you want to say? What do you want to communicate? And get clear on the style that you desire. And by getting clear on the style you desire means creating a vision for it, being absolutely clear as to what that looks like, and investing the time and the monies necessary to be able to craft that style, build that style, and step into that style. Let me know in the chat if you're here live, if you're watching the replay. Thank you all very much for being here. Like, let me know in the chat, like, what are your goals? What are your goals for this year? What are your business goals? What are your career goals for this year? And what are your style goals? And so if you are feeling misaligned, if you're looking at your style goals and you're looking at your professional goals and your career goals and your business goals, and you're like, oh, there's a misalignment, but I'm not sure where to start. I'm not sure how to do this successfully on my own, or I don't have the time to do this successfully on my own. Then my calendar is open. I'm booking clients for this quarter, right? And part of what I do is I do everything. It's a done for you service, from shopping to styling to putting together your virtual closet so that you have those outfits ready to go. I do it all for you. The only thing that you need to do is decide and act and invest in yourself. Decide that you are worthy of investing in yourself. Act by going to the link in my bio and scheduling some time to chat about your style goals and how I can support you. And then invest based on our discussion, based on your goals and what's required for you to step into a more authentic version of yourself, what it means to feel more confident in your, on the outside as you do on the inside. That requires investing money and investing time. And making that decision is knowing that you are worthy of doing that. So thank you all very much for joining me today. If we haven't connected as yet, definitely click that follow button here on LinkedIn, or you can follow me at styletoimpact.com. Go on my website and you can connect with me there as well and see how I can support you as you look about stepping into a more powerful, confident version of yourself this year. So until next time, thank you all very much for joining. Take care. Bye.